Good morning. This is Lori from the Pink Girly channel, and I'm hoping I have sound. I just got a message that popped up that said something about my audio was turned off, which I don't know why. So I went out and came back in. So hopefully, when some folks start coming in, they can tell me if I have audio. If I don't know what to do because my settings say that I do have audio. So we'll just play it by ear. So good morning, good morning. It's Friday and I'm on early and I've got lots I want to do today. So we'll just see how it goes. Hi, Chris. Chris, can you hear me? I got a message that said my audio had been turned off, but I don't know if it's true because my settings say that my audio is on. So if you could let me know, that would be Fabarune. Fabarune. Yay! Thank you, Chris. All right. Well, I'm prepping. I had a couple ideas for today's stream, and then I added this quickly because I was in the Marriottier stream yesterday. Was it yesterday morning or Wednesday morning? I don't know. I was awake really early. I have no idea why. And Carol from the Magical Touch channel was there, and Becky McCauley, Aunt Beck's Creations, she was there, and those girls do a lot of hand stitching and sewing and whatnot. So I had a question about penny rugs, and a couple of girls didn't know what they were, and so I'm just doing a quick little what's what with penny rugs. I love primitive country home decor, and we don't live too terribly far from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and you can get a lot of really cool looking things out that way. And one of them that I've always been eyeballing and looking at, it's called a penny rug. There is Miss Mary. And I've always wanted one, but I'm too cheap to buy one, okay? And I've always looked at the runner where you could put it on your counter or maybe on your kitchen table or dining room table. And the basic one is just a series of circles that are stitched together to make a runner, similar to like how you would stitch together, say, yo-yos. And so I don't want to cut the circles myself because let's face it, they're never really round, right? So I found that I do have a circle template of my Sizzix cutters, and I've got some fall leaves because I think the penny yo-yo is actually just the circles, but you also can do appliques and do other designs. So I have hearts. And then in the yo-yos, they also have something called a tab. So I'm going to quick cut this out. Now this is a regular tag die cut, and it's got that little hole in, but that's going to get covered up. So I'm just going to see if I can do this to just show you what I'm talking about. Now this is just going to be a quick little demo. At least I'm hoping a quick little demo. Now, ideally, you would use a nice grade of wool felt. Now, Becky and Carol, as we were having a discussion in Murray's the other morning, there's wool and then there's boiled wool. And to buy wool by the yard can be quite pricey. And Becky and Carol both suggested go into like a Goodwill or a thrift shop and looking for, oh, that didn't even punch that out too. Okay, so that's, oh yeah, it did. Oh, that, hey, this is working better than I thought, actually. That's always a good thing. But like Mary pointed out, coming across a nice wool blanket is getting harder and harder. And Mary made the suggestion of a wool coat at a thrift shop, which is a great idea. And then I went on while I was listening to Mary's stream and just went to eBay. And you can also pick up like sweaters. And I think even if you got a wool sweater and then threw it in your washing machine and agitated it a little bit, I think you probably could felt it enough where you'd have a nice wool felt to use for these pennies, if you will. So this is just cheap craft store felt. And I'm just going to give a little demonstration. I don't think I have the right colors here, or enough of the right colors. Let's see. Because ideally, now you could triple layer them, but a lot of what I've seen, they're just single layers. And you would just layer your felts. And of course, you would use colors that you like. And I don't know where my felt box is. These are just a couple of pieces of felt when I was rummaging. And see, I think I can also use, see, they also have something like this they call a tab. So you could have a big circle of felt, and you could have these tabs that come off of it, or you can have a circle or an oblong piece of felt, and then you have circles like this. Let's do this one. See, and then you would just stitch them all together. And what they do is, now let me find my, oh, I have a little bit of, let's just use this because it's here. Now, the one gal that I listened to, she said, reminds you of the 70s. Yeah, this is, I mean, I cannot believe I even found a couple pieces of felt, to tell you the truth. And of course, you can use all different kinds of stitches. Now, this lady said she uses just the embroidery floss, but she only uses 2 strands. So I'm going to take 2 strands, and I'm hoping I can get that back through there. So I have some more research to do, but I think it's time. I think I'm going to fall down the penny rug rabbit hole. All right, let's do it this way. And start fiddling around with this. First of all, I am going to do some Christmas gifts. I'm going to just do, well, you know, let's do the 3 because this is really thin. Hey, good morning, Gail. I think the other thing is too, if you do a nice wool felt, you're going to have, you know, some thickness. That's really nice. Now, I think you probably want to hide your thread because this is, I don't know. I guess you could probably put a underlayer of felt once you felt all your pieces to get once you sew all your pieces together. But for today, I'm just going to hide my thread underneath one of these little circles. And then you can do a blanket stitch, or some of them they look like a starburst. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to try this just so you can get the idea. So then you just take this and I think you go in here. And I would just follow that circle around, come back up through. This is not really the blanket stitch. I'm trying to remember how I would do. See, and you just stitch around. I probably could come in more. That's not really the blanket stitch. I guess the blanket stitch you have to have on the edge. But I'm going to investigate. Hey, there's Carol. I'm going to investigate this further, and I'm going to find myself some felt. See, look, I moved my circle, and it's off center. Let's snip that. Snip, snip, snip. I'll pull those out. Let me just do the two. I don't know what I'm doing, so maybe I should go the easier route. And then there's all kinds of, like I saw one on Etsy. It was an oval piece of felt, and they had like a country rabbit in the center and two little trees on the end. And then like Carol does, all that hand stitching, Susan Taylor Brown, she does all that hand stitching. And then you just stitch around, and then it's just like a little mat. You can put a candle on top, or whatever. See, I think the size difference that I had was probably too much on that first one. All right, Gail says Sue Spargo, is she a YouTuber? I don't know that name. Okay, Carol Magical Touch, she said she's got many videos on this. So I got to check that out. And she also says, yes, Sue Spargo, she does and sells tons of stuff. I'm not quite remembering my blanket stitch. But I just think they're so cool. I don't know. This is probably, Carol's probably thinking, no, Lori, you're doing it all. Well, I'm not gonna embarrass myself further. But if you were curious as to what I was asking questions about, the penny rugs, this is a poor rendition, but Carol says, I have the pattern for the toned down circles like this and the book for all the stitches. Cool. Carol's laughing at me. But you guys that are here, you know what I'm talking about, See, like I pulled that one too tight. And of course you want to get your stitches all even so it looks all pretty. But then once you make like a million of these, you can put them together and make cool stuff. And let's just take a moment. Let me get my phone here. Let me get on the internet. And I'm going to say penny rug. Of course, I'm thinking of the song Penny Lane. Okay. Well, look, you can see my face in there. Hi, girls. See? All the little circles layered. So check out Carol's channel. Carol, I think you're still a mod, right? So you can put your channel in. I just love it. I mean, I just really love them. Anywho, so that's the next craft hole. You like that look too? Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. And of course, there's folks on Etsy where you can buy the circles already cut. Some of them have like 2 inches or 4 inches. To me, that's too big. I want the smaller. And some of them are like, not your solid felt bits. Some of them have patterns or say like, oh, that would be fun, Carol. And like a tweed or a houndstooth, different patterns. So, I mean, they're really cute. Okay, they're really cute. All right, so Tuesday I headed over to my mom's for a visit, and here in South Jersey, and then into oh gosh, I don't even know if it's central Pennsylvania. Nah, I guess South Pennsylvania. My mom lives in Pennsylvania, so she's right across the bridge. And I passed the most gorgeous maple tree. I didn't bring my water. I didn't bring my water out. Well, we're gonna have to fix that. Gorgeous maple tree. I didn't get a picture because where the tree was situated, there was no place for me to pull over. So I just thought I'm gonna paint that and put something like that in my. Oh yeah, Pinterest has tons. I mean, I'm sure. I don't even go to Pinterest because I just I lose too much. I could lose too much time. eh, eh, just looking and wishing and hoping and praying. Okay. So I thought I'd like to put a maple leaf looking tree in my art journal. So I thought I would do that right away. They have step-by-step print off. I mean, but I have the basic idea down, right? I mean, that's basically it, right? But there's different stitches, and you can do like one look like a little starburst, and I guess you can do little straight stitches. Like this morning, I was going to put on a set of nails, and I was cleaning my nails off. Okay, this is 6:30 this morning, and I'm just about out of my red, but I wanted to have at least one red nail because tonight's the first night of the World Series, and my Phillies are in there. So I got my red nail out. I was going to put a red nail here and a red nail here, and I'm looking at all my other nails, and the only nails that I thought would go, I think, were an Houston Astro color. Well, I didn't want the rest of my nails Houston Astro colors. It was just like a rabbit hole, and I sat there for over an hour, and I thought, this is crazy. Just give it up. You're not going to put any nails on right now because you got to get ready, for your stream. All right, so I think this is a delusions type planner. You can see it's got the dates here that I've just been using for art stuff. This is a Kathy Arbor project, Paint Along. And I don't know if this one was, see, I should write stuff on these, but oh, wait a minute, here I did. February 12th, 21 hop. And, so I thought I'm going to put in my maple tree in this book. So I'm just going to pull out some acrylic paint because that's easiest for me. And I looked up a picture on, I know, right? You can get lost forever in Pinterest. I mean, it's just like, ugh. Okay, so I'm just going to get out some browns and some oranges and some yellows. And I'm just going to fuss around a little bit and see. Hey, good morning, Aunt Beck. I'm going to do hopefully a simple tree. And All right, I've got my little, I'm just looking for something that I can put some water in, but I might just have to get up and go out to the kitchen. So I'm going to put out a little dish for a palette. Hi, Joni. Good morning. And normally I try to cover up, you know, this part. I'm just trying to think what I might want to, what I might want to scrape. And see if I scrape some, let's see, what color is this? This is called Prairie Sunset. Maybe if I just scrape some of this on, it'll be enough to get me going here. All right, let's just put a little protection there. I can move that down. So, all right, good morning to everyone who's coming in. Chris is multitasking, which is wonderful. Wonderful. All right, I'm going to take one of my Bob Ross palette knife. Oh, yeah, look how thin that is. Well, I was going to use a little credit card. That's a little better. All right, so I'm just kind of knocking back that, or trying to mask that little planner. I'm really not a planner type person, but I sold this book, gosh, a year or so ago on clearance, and I liked the size. There was something different that I didn't have, and I liked the different patterns on the opposite page. I just thought it would be fun. If you're doing something like this, now I'm really making a mess here. Ack. Ack. I got that on my, hold on. Oh, Philly. Philly. I got that on my Shamrock page. I don't want it there. Hey, Kimberly, good morning. Let me just scrub that off. I should have gotten a bigger piece of paper to protect underneath. Well, that's just a mess. This is plastic. It's also too small, but I don't care if it gets on that page. So welcome in as I make a mess. I didn't want to put anything too terribly dark down. And I'm just going to go from memory. I mean, it's just a it's just a maple tree. But the shape of this maple tree and the colors were just magnificent. I mean, really, I should have pulled over or pulled in somebody's driveway and taken a quick picture. And I looked on Pixabay, and they have some nice trees, but it just wasn't that tree. I know, isn't it silly? But, all right, heat gun. What's Kimberly doing? What color? Carol's asking Kimberly, what color? I want to do this first because some of my leaves are sure going to go over on these words. And I can cover those. Oh, that's an idea, Lori. I can cover those with fall words. Let's. I can do that. That might be. That might be more better, as my kids would say when they were little. All right, so I'm just going to make a short trunk, and I'm going to make some branches with the brown, and then I'm going to come in with some yellow, a harvesty gold, hopefully a harvesty gold yellow. I'm going to try not to knock my candle over. And I don't think I want that primary. I don't have much in the way of yellows. Let's see what this one is. Cadmium. I don't really want that one either. I used to have a oh, this might be better. I think this is the one, like a squash. Yeah, summer squash. And I want this one. And I'm just going to use a scruffy brush to create the leaves. Oh, she's painting her bathroom. Nice. Okay, Aunt Beck says she's going to cut some things out while she's listening. Very good. Okay. So this is just an impromptu, really kind of little tree. I'm going to want some of my Hot Shot Fiery Red, I think. This is kind of like that. And so I've got a variety of oranges. I'm trying to avoid spinning my paint wheel because that's always dangerous. But I think I've got some of my other neons over here that I might want to use. So I'm just going to squirt out some paints and mix and just have fun. All right, let's see here. Now I have my water. You know, I usually have so much stuff sitting around my table, but I really did clean up. I did. Oh, this will work. All right, so let me get some. Oh, goodness me. My mouse. Every time I touch my mouse, it goes crazy. Just an off-white, very neutral. She's going. I'm doing the cut stuff. Yeah. So yeah, cutting in. That's Carol's favorite part. All right, so I'm going to start out with some brown and make a trunk. A trunk. All right, wetting my brush, putting out a little. This is just a chocolate brown, and it's just a dark chocolate brown, and it's just Americana. And I don't think I want my trunk to be too tall. I want it to be mostly tree. And I don't know about the. You did, Carol? Carol painted professionally for years. Oh my goodness. All right, I've got a little liner brush here. So, all right, I'm just going to jump in. This is not, this is just at our page, so it's not, I'm just talking myself into the fact that it's not going to be perfect, okay? So I'm just going to make a little trunk kind of shape here at the bottom. And I'm just going to paint that in. This tree, I mean, Okay, so fall trees are really pretty. We all know that, right? We all can appreciate the changing of the trees and how pretty. But this tree was just, it almost looked like it glowed, you know, when you see those. I mean, the sun was out and it was just really, it was really beautiful. All right, so I'm going to put all leaves, and I just, you know, these are just kind of going to be in the background, kind of, sort of, sort of ish. And branches are all crazy which ways, right? So my husband decided the other day when I was going to shampoo the rug in my work area. I mean, I really would love to have um, tile. Would be easy for spills and cleanups and sweeping, but he just doesn't want to do that. So he pulled everything up off my floor, moved it into the kitchen, and then shampooed the rug. So that's been drying. So we just brought everything back in. But I have this box, actually, I think there's two of them, where I'd started putting journals ideas and books together. And I thought I might like to go through that. And really, Gail? Yeah. And I've got to start planning and getting some stuff back into my Etsy shop is my main goal. And I know I have a box of stuff that really is journals that are starting, you know, where I put pages in and I don't know. Okay, Carol said before she did the painting, she was a tax collector, accounting, doing payroll, etc., and did her art too. I didn't do art for a long time. I mean, I fiddled around with like ceramics. Okay, I'm going to use this scruffy brush. And I'm going to use the small one. I have the big one. I think this is, yeah, this one's a Donna Dewberry. I don't know. Is that going to be, I might test this one. This one might be a little, I wish I had the Goldilocks one. You know, I wish I had the one in between, the mama. The mama. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That'll do. That might do. All right, so there's my three brushes. And I'm going to start out with some yellow. And I'm just going to start putting leaves on, and then I'm going to just layer color. So there is some yellow. I don't want it, I wonder if I have a yellow, I should have a yellow neon. Yeah, I already have one avalanche this morning. I just lost a pair of scissors. Nice little golden yellow would be nice, wouldn't it? Would be lovely. Here's a dark goldenrod. So let's put a little bit of that in, just to kind of see what I lack. And this is, I'm just going to layer over on top, you know, top, and kind of like, hopefully it's not going to get muddy. Muddy, muddy, muddy. All right, let's see. This is the larger brush. I always test stuff on my hand. You know what? That larger brush just might Just might do. So I'm just tapping in a little bit of that gold and the yellow. And I'm going to just start pouncing. Now, I was thinking if anybody wanted to do this and they don't have a scruffy brush like this, I think you probably could do it with your finger. I think I want the brighter yellow more at the top. Tony says, I've painted stripes, harlequin, even plaid borders on walls. I'm good at that stuff, but not so good at murals or what you're doing, Lori. So I'm watching in hopes your talent rubs off on me. This is so easy. This pouncing jazz is so easy. Even if you have a bristly brush, you can cut off like the length of it and shorten it down. Actually, I think I want a little brighter yellow. Good morning, Pam. I'm just hoping that if I add my neon colors, I'm going to get that that kind of glowy look. So I'm just loading this up with leaves. And you could really take more time. I'm just pouncing away here. Pouncing. And the tree I saw, the leaves are not like when they're green because some of them have fallen away. So the tree wasn't as dense, right? Good morning, Judy. So you could see the branches through. So today is my hubby's birthday. And we don't have any, well, he has plans today. My son and him are going out to lunch, and then they've got a couple other things they're going to do. And then tomorrow, our daughter and her family, our son, and I'm hoping my mom is going to come over and we'll have dinner. Thank you, Gail. 71. Goodness me. Goodness. All right. So I think that's good for that, Leia. Now let's go to an orange. Let's see. I think I kind of like this warm. I don't think I want it to be warm. I want it to be bright. I don't think I have any more tangerine. I had some tangerine. This is hot saffron. That sounds pretty. Let's see. Ooh, now I find the folk art paint to be much thicker. And I think that is really why Donna Dewberry, if you're familiar with her, she does the one-stroke painting. That's why she uses the folk art brand paint, because it doesn't run, it's thick, and you put it down, that's where it is. So I'm going to leave this yellow in my brush, and I'm going to start tapping into that orange, and I'm just going to start, and I'm not going to dry this because then the yellow that maybe isn't dry yet is going to mix a little bit with my orange. And I'm also going to put out a little bit of my neons. I love my neons. This is Torrid Orange. Now the neons are real translucent and see-through, but I'm hoping that that'll just give a little pop to some of this to help it look like it's, you know, lit up. I'll be a little more intentional with where I'm putting these orange leaves. Can you guys see all right? On my screen, it doesn't really look that, but I could have my computer lid not at the right angle. So let me know if I need to make an adjustment, okay? And again, I'm going to try to stay lighter at the top. Okay, thanks, Carol. And just tip a little bit. So I'm really just pouncing. I got a little thickness there, but that's okay with me. That's okay. I'm good with that. I'm good with it. So tomorrow we're having turkey. Hubby had bought a turkey a while ago and we wanted to get it out of the freezer. So he's got a lot of stuff prepped so he doesn't have, thank you, Chris. Yeah, we don't have too much to do tomorrow. Real light at the top. I'm trying to get it real light at the top. Maybe I could bring that down a little bit. It kind of, my tree kind of got boxy. I guess I could have brought it in more here. Oh well. I got a little cat, and I didn't want my trunk that tall either. And look how tall I put my trunk. Oh goodness. All right, so I'm going to pop a little bit more of this. Neon. Oh my gosh, I just love the neon. It looks like a trim tree. It's from Boxy World. All right, I think I need some kind of a red that I can mix with orange and make more of a red orange. How's that sound? Let's see what this one looks like here. This is True Red. Now I don't want to cover up with the red all the orange and, you know, and the yellow I have in the background. So I don't want, at least I'm going to try not to be too heavy-handed with this. And I still have some of my orange here. I think I want to use some more of this. Put out a little bit more of that neon. Just love the neons. If you do any kind of like folk art painting, toll painting, you probably already know it. But oh my gosh, I just love the neons, especially when you're Yeah, fall trees are fun to paint, especially if you're wanting to highlight something like a red. Can you guys see the red going in there? Just kind of being a little even more intentional and not pouncing as much. And I'm still able to see my branches, which is what I wanted. And I think what I should have done was put some on the ground. Janet Nash, good afternoon. Janet, are you home or are you on the move? Okay, let's see, just a few more up here. And then I think I'm going to take, gosh, I'm pretty sure somewhere I have a neon yellow, but I'm not seeing it. I thought I had all the neons, but so I think I'm going to put out a little more of my cadmium yellow, which is really bright. Oh, looks like we got a troll. Boy, I've been doing good without. Oh, I don't know. Can I get them from here? Let's see. Block user. Okay, somebody got them. Thank you. You're just home from your walk? Cool. Oh, I guess that's that color there. And I'm gonna add maybe I'm gonna use a smaller little brush. Thank you, Gail. I hadn't been going back in and resetting. I thought that setting stayed, where you have to be a sub for 5 minutes before you can chat. And gosh, it's been so good, and I haven't had any. I thought that held, but obviously I am incorrect. All right, so I'm going to load up the smaller one. And I think I just want to put a couple of little bright spots here. Yeah, I have to remember that, Gail. I have to remember how I did it. Okay. She's a struggle, that paint girly. All right. Even know that we really can see this too much. Just adding a few little highlights here and there. And then what I'm going to do is I'll come back and make little tags, and I'm going to use fall words. While I have this, I should probably put some on the ground. Let's just do a quick little, oh, I've got paint dust there, I think. Paint dust. You come our way, we'll bring the flowers that bloom in May. I don't know why that's on my mind. All right, so I'm just going in some of these other colors. I need a little bit more orange. What orange did I use? Do. I think I used the some kind of a saffron. Oh yeah, it's this one. Boop boop boo, boo 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 boo. I'll have to tell hubby it's time to rake those leaves. Doesn't like to rake the leaves. Okay. Oh, you can't see the bottom. Hold on, please. I just put a plethora of leaves at the bottom. It's okay. There was just a couple butts, baby butts. So I'm going to let that dry. Hi, Sophia. All right, so that was just a little painting project. And let me pop some of these back in their little spots. I always get out too much paint and too many colors. And then I've been, as many of you know, I've been straightening up and trying to get my space organized, taking stuff to Goodwill, parting with some things that are just ridiculous that I continue to save. I don't know. I really and truly have a hard time throwing things away. I put some stuff in the pile to go to Goodwill. My husband said, "Really?" I'm like, "Well, somebody might want that." Nobody's probably going to want it. It's just I just can't. I just can't throw it out. Sometimes I have to say to them, if you want to throw it out, because I can't. I just can't. I know it's just silly. It's silly, silly, silly. But what I started to do a while ago was, okay, now I want to put this someplace where I'm not going to put my fist in it. I started putting together pages and a variety of things that I would like to then make and build journals. And I've also shared plenty of times that I tend to overdo. You missed the penny quilt? Oh, it's not really a penny, but let me show you, Janet. I mean, it's not really a quilt. I just showed, oh heavens, what did I do with it? Did I put it in the trash? I might have thrown it in the trash. Where's all my little circles? I just cut out some circles this morning, Janet, just to show the basic idea. Oh, there it is. It's on my keyboard. Okay. It's on the keyboard. So let me pull this out of the way. Let that dry. Okay, a quick recap. Most of the ones that I'm looking at are done with circles. So I just found a couple of pieces. Janet, this isn't good wool felt. This is just craft felt. So I just cut a couple of different circles, and I think this is probably a good size to just have that little tiny edge. And what you do is you just stack your circles. These are two, colors that really I would never put together, really. And then you blanket stitch on the outside, or you could do a starburst. And then they have these pieces, the lady called them tabs. Now, this isn't really a tab per se because it's a tag cut out. I just used like Sizzix die cuts, those fat, chunky, because the cut circles, so I'm just using these. Oh, you have an old one? Oh, okay. And then see, the lady would do this too. She would put this. Of course, you can't really see that because of the red on red. And I guess I would think you probably don't stack more than 3. And then you can do your stitches. And then so you would have like a big, like maybe a 4-inch, and then you would put the pennies around the edge and stitch them. And they're just adorbs. Janet says she has an old English penny an uncle saved from World War II travels. Oh, Janice Kleins. Hi. I didn't see that was you. Rudolph the Red. Yes, it does look like Rudolph's. Exactly. Anywho, so you're talking a real penny. All right, so now I just have to grab some of my jazz here. I really don't have any idea. My husband tries to do what I ask him to do, but I don't explain it very well, I guess. So let's start with this lot here and see what I have. See what I've got going here. I gotta pull that closer to me, I think. But let's just see what I've got. I started to put pages and whatnot together to build different journals. And then I started to put them all in one box. And I just don't know what I have there anymore. And that's different. It's a little... Okay, so here's one. Here's some pages. This is all loose stuff that I just had sitting. But these pages, these would be really pretty in a journal, don't you think? And these are prefabs, where it's just a little notebook and I'm covering, I just need to cover the inside. And here's some stuff. Okay. This is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. And it might be that other bin. I might need that other bin. But when you start something like this, you never know. Okay, Sophia, what rabbit trail you might end up traveling on. Janet said Sophie said, I'm not old enough to remember the old money. It changed just before I was born. Janet said, okay, Sophia, I'm vintage. I used to take a thry penny bit to the tuck shop and get a pack of polos. Oh, I don't even know what that is. All right, so what I would do is I gut books that I find at Goodwill, or there's a secondhand shop, a bookshop near where the one co-op. Oh, they're mints. Cool. And you could buy a box of books for like $8, and you could really pack it in. So this one apparently, how is this even glued in? I took apart. Yeah, this isn't glued in, but see, there's some glue there. I took apart a Cinderella book. Yeah, Gail is asking what a thrypenny is. I guess, I don't know if I'm saying that right because I'm saying the TH. So this is a Walt Disney Cinderella. Cinderella. And then I added some other pages in. So this is all stitched. So with this one, all I need to do is, now this I use like Trivac. So all I need to do is get this in here. Now this is what I was talking about before, but this is not, I have to cut this down. I remember Lisa from Lisa My Eclectic Life showing this. Okay, so you have a book cover. See, you've got these little ridges, and that's how the book came. But if you want to make this bigger, if you push this, once you've got it, and you push this to that outer edge, you can gain a lot of extra space, and you can make your book a lot wider. So then what I do is I measure, this is not measured, and then you cut your cardboard to go from that outside crease to the other outside crease, and that gives you more real estate. And then it looks like I'm thinking I want to put something like this in my covers. So this would be a journal for a young person. All right, so I've got that one needs to be completed. So Janet is looking up what the thry penny actually was worth. Now I've got a couple other sections here. Gosh, I can still slide my head. All right, here we go. This is a cover I had worked on. I don't think I have any pages for it. I might have done this on a stream where I just took a book. Of course, it's a really cool shape. It's square, not like most books. I stamped on some, it's not duck cloth. It's like a heavier muslin. Maybe, I guess it's like a canvas. And this is just a napkin. And of course, it was a red covered book. See, this all has to be glued down yet. And then I need pages for that. So I'm going to sit that off to the side. Now this one is a smaller. Oh, this is the small German version of a Edith Holden book. And I've got pages pulled to make different signatures. And I think I was hoping to get a couple different books out of these. Janice said, okay. Gail said, I tried to find Thrive Penny and couldn't. Found 3 pence. The through pence, I believe, Janet. And then Janice says, yes, Janet, I heard about Spend a Penny years ago, too. I saw this, I think this was on AbeBooks, which is like a thrift book place. It's not thrift books, but it's like thrift books. And of course, it's in German, but I thought that was cool. So this is smaller than what you normally see for your Edith Holden pages. So of course, this is way too many for inside of this. Now see, this one I already started. This is December. So I've got some pages, some butterflies, some hand, dyed paper that I added in. So I think what I want to do is see, and that's not, but see, then if I pull this out and make this wider, I wonder if this is going to, welcome back, Sophia. I'm wondering if that'll fit or it'll be shorter. So that's not a good fit. All right. So the Philadelphian. These are pages. These are extras. Extra, extra. Read all about it. I should have made myself some room here for digging through this stuff. Plastic. It's a garden book. Oh, this I got in France. This is a Reader's Digest. It's getting all beat up. Beat up? It's just the plain red. I still have so many Reader's Digests. And then I started, of course, I think several of us have these little golden books, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do with them. Wally Gator, Five Little Firemen, How to Tell Time, Baby Animals. This one looks older, but it can't be because it's 49 cents. These other ones are 29. These two are 25 cents. So they have to be older, right? 1949. Copyright. I guess I should look and see what some folks do with these. I haven't really looked that up. Oh, see, look, that one's 1963. That's 29 cents. That's not as old as you would think. 1957. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's real heavy. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool one. You couldn't, Gail? Some of them are, but see that one's not really in good shape. This one I don't see a year. Got a little scribbles. It doesn't have that inside page. Look at some of these images are really cute though. Look at him. Oh, I want to draw him. How cute is he? Oh, you do? You remember Wally from Yogi Bear? I remember Yogi Bear, but I don't remember any of the spin-offs. Sophie said if they're at least vintage, 50 years and plus in a good condition, book collectors will buy them. Yeah, all these are beat up. I wouldn't say any of these are in good condition. 1972. Now this I picked up in France. This was 19 francs. And I'm guessing I did it because I like the color. It's like a sage green and I like the size. I like some of those images. Oh, look, and it's stitched. So when I take this apart, they'll make nice little folios. Now, what I'm wondering is, look, that will fit in that square cover. Aha! Aha, that's very good. That's good. All right, so these can go back in my bin. Oh, honey, before you go, can you put this on the floor and that green box up on top of this red one so I can reach it easier? Oh, that's great. Thanks so much, hon. All right, be careful. Yeah, have fun. All right. The girls say happy birthday. All right. Okay, he's off. All right, so now this is a ledger that I bought. Let's see what I have in here. Of course, I took the pages out. I think I have those pages somewhere. If they're really in rough condition, they aren't worth, yeah, right. Yeah. Janet said she's seen people take apart, keep all the pages and add their own too. Yeah. So this is Long and Narrow. I love these ledger books. I could just collect these just because. In fact, I've got a couple sitting up over top of me here that I don't know what I want to do with. I mean, one I'm arting in. There's one that I have and it's not that old. I think the one that I'm arting in is like 63. I don't know that I have any real old ones though. Anywho, this one is maybe 5 3/4 by 12. So I mean, it's kind of a cool size. So this, I have some pages already started. So I had some paper that was more retro. This is just cardstock scrapbook paper. Oh, here we go. So this is just a kind of like a manila style envelope that I folded in half and obviously stained. So I've got different size paper in here. That's kind of bright, but oh, and this is probably from the original ledger. Let's see. 1953. Sophia said Drew Steinbecker She thinks that's right for his last name. Does some really fun stuff with kids' board books. Uses them as art journals and glues in jelly prints. Oh, cool. She took his little class about it where he showed his process. A really lovely idea, but especially if you have board books that have family meaning. Yeah, that would be really cool, Sophia. You're right. Yeah, that were favorites, but really too beat up to pass on to others. They can become an art heirloom. That is really a great point. So true. Okay, so I've got that signature. This looks like Sears and Roebuck page, but really not too distressed. Again, January 53, so that's kind of cool. So I have those set as my center pages. I could do stuff here. All right, so I've got, oh look, and I already cut the spine. So what I'll do here is, see, so this one's really ready to go. I can glue that in, make my signature block. And then I got plenty of room for this to grow. Chris is leaving. Bye, Chris. She's got to get to work. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it, Chris. Have a great weekend. Steinbrecher. You were nearly right. Okay, so this is another one that is ready to just be assembled and then decorated. So that's great. All right. And let me spin around and see what else I have here. Some of it may just be bits that I can then use. Let's see what I have. Now look at these dreamy Barbara. Barbara, there she is. There she is. Barbara Chicken Pot Pie. And Kathy Arbor. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, this is a Christmas card that my friend Jean made. Isn't that a pretty card? Hark the Herald. Okay, that's got to go up there to go in my journal. Look how darling this little book is. Little book cover. Oh, it's a fairy one. It's a fairy cover. I've got like 3 fairies. Look at the inside. Oh, here comes trouble. Oh, hello, Barbara. That's Sophia. Oh, we got trouble. With a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for fool. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Look. Do, 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 do. I've got another little one here, but see, they'll fit in there perfectly. Look, I've already got things that I've started. All right, I might have to do some. Hey, there's Ann. Good morning, Ann. I might have to do something there. So there we've got, I can add those to the fairy pile. Excellent. And then I've got some pattern tissue. I'm just rummaging, girls. See, these things here, I think if I take them apart, and there's Candy. Good morning, Candy. And these are pages from a retro sewing book. Look how cute. All right, so these are great journal pages. Now this looks like I was putting something together. Let's see what else we got here. 100th anniversary. Oh, this is from the town that I live in. Just like an ad. So they're cool pages to be added to a journal. And Anna's saying hi to everyone, and Candy, Kathy's saying hello. All right. Now these are, this is not good in here. So this is another, see, this is what I do. Oh, look at there. Designs on felt. Look at that, girls. It's not a penny. Thank you, Kathy. I am a happy girl. Look at the little beehive. How about some felted breakfast? Hey, there's Lady J. Hi, Lady J. I do remember you. You were at Lisa's yesterday afternoon, was it? Well, thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. Oh, that is just adorable. See, Janet Nash, Carol, Aunt Beck. Look at you girls. Murray, you girls could make that. Wouldn't that be an adorable pincushion? See, now I wish I had this book that I took it apart to look at more. I did purchase a book. Anne enabled me to purchase this book. Oh gosh. And maybe you'll remember what it's called. It's got all kinds of, oh yeah, yes. Cicely Mary Barker, the little fairy. Yeah. A hedgehog. Yes, exactly, Janice, right? And it's a good sized book. It's probably on my table behind me. And it's got all kinds of hand embroidery stitches. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous book. And you showed it, and of course I had to have it, so I bought it. I don't even do that much hand stitching, but I thought when I'm ready and I want everything is right there. There's Jen Wren. Hi, Jen. Good morning, good morning. Jen, I was listening to you and Zena, and who else was with you last night? Yes, Aunt Beck. Oh, Aunt Beck, you're amazing. Embroidered Country Garden. Yes, that's exactly it. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Okay, so this can be a signature. Now, this book, I know I bought this because it had English. I think this is the one that had English pictures. No, I might have it confused because of the size. A lot of this stuff I bought before I really understood what I was doing with journaling and journal pages and that jazz and all that jazz. Oh, Lady J has to go. Well, thanks for dropping in. I appreciate that, Lady J. Sylvia said, years and years ago, I got a 1940 crochet pattern for a pincushion that was a cactus. So cute. And I made a couple more of my own design. Worked just like a hedgehog. Cool. Cool. All right, let's see. I think these are just pages that gosh, they're all cattywampus. I think this is going to be more of maybe I'm going to use this for art collaging and whatnot. I think this was by a gentleman. Yeah, William Bartram. The Travels of William Bartram. Cool pictures though, right? Good morning, Kathy, Cal. Hey, Jasper, good morning. So these would be good additions, really. For the types of journals I like to make in junk journals, you can cut some of this stuff apart and add them to your tags and cards, and they would make really cool tuck-ins. Like, look at those. I just love those. All right, so that's going to go in the stack to be used. These are things I can use for signatures. This can be used for signatures. All right, so I'll make another pile. Now this is some of you may have heard the story of when I got locked in an estate sale. So this is one of the books I got there. Why I am keeping the cover, I just can't even tell you. Well, I think I'm going to harvest. I'm going to harvest that guy. Oh, my mouse is misbehaving. So I lay it upside down. All right, you have a great weekend too, Lady J. All right, let me keep this Birds of America part. This might be nice to add to a tag. And we'll put that in the to be used pile. This can go in the bin. And then when I was with the virtual market, I sold some of these pages. But these are beautiful pages. So these can be used as pages. All right, so that goes in that. Thank you, Mary. So that goes in that stack. Let's see what else I have here. All right, I think this probably. All right, here we go. It's time for us to walk again. Janet is meeting Ben and Freddie's friend Molly in the woods. All right, Janet, have a great weekend. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is more of I would say would be more of a traditional size of, say, your Edith Holden book. So this is like 6 by 9 1/4. So I mean, starting to get it on the little bit on the big side, but it's still a pretty nice size. So obviously I put some I stamped and then put some napkin on. Oh, and this one I have, the signature block is done. Fabaroonie, as Janet would say. So I need to get an extra board in there. And let's just walk through this one. So I guess I'm thinking I'll put that there. Sylvia says, we've gained notoriety from the Audubon Society with our games. They've I don't know what the second word is to be, and lack of propriety and quite a variety of unpleasant names. Ugh. They've called it. Cannot type today. I'm thinking about taking my autocorrect off because I think I'd do better. Oh, I've got a little tuck spot there. This is a little eco-dyed paper I did. What is that? Oh, I've made a pocket. All right, so I've already started to do a little bit of work in this one. Got a pocket there. Cool beans. So this needs some additional work, but this is a good start. Okay. I think maybe I need to grunge that up. That kind of, this, see, all of a sudden, I've got a real white page, which kind of sticks out like a sore thumb to me with the other stuff that I've got in here. So I'll go through and grunge that up. Excellent. Okay, so that one needs work. And I did stamp on the spine. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm seeing a glare. But I'm not liking that. So I'll probably wrap this with some kind of fabric or lace. And I might let some of that hang out. But okay, so that one's in great shape. That's really very close to being finished, which is excellent. All right, let's see what else I have here. I haven't been through this box in forever. I just keep shoving stuff in there. All right. I just love little tiny books and book covers. This, I think I was inspired by a gal by the name of, oh, I know I'm going to mess it up. It's really a different name, and I don't even know where she's from. She's got a beautiful accent. She does amazing things. Jabin, I'll have to look it up and put it in my description box. If you don't know this woman, you really need to visit her channel. I'll put in her channel name. She has one video where she, like when she does a journal, it's a story. And she does this one where her whole video, she's got background music, and I just can't even describe it. I've listened to it at least 3 times. And it's about a young girl who gets lost in a forest, but it's a metal forest. Oh, thank you, Murray. That's very sweet. Thank you so much. And all the trees, there's no life. Everything is turned to metal. And she's heartbroken because everything is died and everything is so cold. And she takes you through this journal and these pages that she's filled, and they're just fabulous. And then the young girl, it's very emotional. You know who I'm talking about, Kathy? I can't remember her name. I know it starts with a J, but you don't think you really say the J. And then the young girl becomes so overwhelmed and so brokenhearted, she starts to cry. And when she cries, her tears start to flow and starts to water all the trees and the plants, and things start to come alive. It's just an amazing watch. Anyway, I think everything she does is kind of like woodsy and natural, kind of like the style of Susan Taylor Brown, you know, that real earthy kind of, you know, look. Anyway, I think that's why I was inspired to do that kind of. And then I was messing around with texture paste, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, but you know, sometimes you go back and look at things. This is why, like what Kathy says, Kathy Arbor and Dee Dee Willingham, you know, I have a sister who's in between me and my younger sister, right? And she started to do art. If she doesn't like something she does, yes, thank you, Gail, very organic. My sister Nancy takes it and she pitches it in the trash. And I keep saying to her, no, put it in a folder, put it in a binder, because as you continue, when you go back and look, you're going to see your progress, or you're going to see how your taste has changed or how your art has changed. And that's with this. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that, but we'll see what I have tucked away inside here. I don't know. But it's so nice to, oh, speak of the devil, that's Edith Holden. Look at this. Look what Lori put in here. Why? I think this is a digital I bought. These are hot air balloons. I think this didn't know I had those. See, I'm still finding sewing pages, which is cool. And there's some board. See, here's one of those lighter pages in the journal, I think before, that I looked at, that I said after grunge up. See, here I did with some coffee. It was real white, so I knocked that white back, which is easy to do. So if you have any really white pages and you want to knock that color back, make some really strong instant coffee. Murray suggests instant coffee from the dollar store, and really that works like a charm. Now I'm thinking maybe size-wise, this might work in here because I need more than one signature. This can be cut or taken out, but this has some potential to be a part of this journal. So I'm going to put that in there. I find myself generally doing 3 signatures, and then that gives me room. I like this cover and I like this size, but if I don't like this, I'm thinking, now what do you girls think? I'm thinking I could come in here with, say, a piece of batting, and put some batting on there and then cover that with some kind of fabric and work it in. Work it. I'm going to have to work it. So that's the start of another one. So that's good. All right. So that's going in the potential pile. And let's see. Oh, there's a beautiful blue. Oh, yeah, Neri. Jabid Neri. Oh, thanks, Kathy. And you want I think it's the mechanical, maybe Barb or Murray, if you're still here, or Gail, you could look her up and actually, potential spam, actually put in her link. It's the one, metal gardener, mechanical garden, something like that. Okay. So, oh, this was a book on manners. This has some really fun stuff in this book. Oh, so I have this idea. I bought. I don't follow through on a lot of stuff. I am so ADD and so easily distracted. It's not even funny. This looks like art by Marlene paper, kind of, but it might not be because I didn't think I had any of her paper. Mechanical garden. Thank you, Jasper. And here's some painty fabric I guess I was going to use. Anyway, I had this great idea for a journal for young girls who like the American Girls. And so I took this one apart, Meet Kristen, and that's what I was starting. I know, right, Gail? Her work is just amazing. And then if you listen to her present her book and she goes through it, I mean, I wept when I listened to that one. I don't know if she has other ones like that, but I just wept. Yeah, my daughter loved American Girls too, so I thought this would be a cute, make cute journals, and I've got like maybe 7 or 8 of them. So I guess young women of this age would, Mechanical Forest. It's either garden or forest. It might be forest. Barbara said the link I put in. Oh, she got the link to the exact one. Oh yeah, girls, you have to let me know. You have to let me know what you think. I mean, I made my sisters listen to it. It's really good. And she just, okay, so I pretty much already think about journals. I might think about a theme. I might think of a color, fabrics and things that all work together. So coordinate that way. But Jabid, she goes through and puts details that match a story. It's fabulous. Okay, so this needs a lot of work. Oh, there's a cover I can use. Okay. I have a lot of issues, as some of you will come to know. Look, how cute would these pages be in one of those little books? And I am in love with Reader's Digest books. But mostly the plain ones are beautiful too. And they're such a great size, but I love the patterns. So these are some patterned Reader's Digests, that I've been hoarding. I sold I don't know how many of these, and I would still have at least 20. Some I haven't taken apart yet, but I just love those old designs and covers. Let's see what else we have in here. My bin's getting a little empty. Oh, this looks like this might have fallen out of this one right here. Oh no, that was okay. All right, let's see. Oh, this is a nice little book on Proverbs. This is like a semi-glossy. Okay, so here's the thought. What do you girls think? Okay, so this paper is a fairly nice weight paper. It's semi-glossy. How do you think this would react to, say, alcohol inks? On Instagram, a reel just came up where, I don't know if it might have been Ranger. And I didn't have the sound on. I'm assuming they were using alcohol paper, and they were dripping, I think they had like a burgundy, a deeper green, and maybe a golden yellow. It's cold here too, Pam. Yeah. Sunny, but it's cold. And then when they hit it with some just alcohol, and you know how it makes the little bubbles and it goes. I wonder how. Well, you know what? Let's just, where do I have? I have acrylic. Oh, I know where I have it. Hold on, girls. When my sisters and I were little, we would say these pages are silky. Silky. Oh, I'm getting low on this stuff. So I've got some alcohol ink here. Let's see if let's just. Is Carol headed out? Bye, Carol. Thank you. Have a great weekend. It's about 40. Yeah, I don't know what it is here. I don't think it's quite that cold, but it is chilly. It's chilly. All right. Ow. Ow, I just hurt my thumb. All right. So this is semi-glossy. Let's just see. And this is Jacquard brand alcohol ink. Pinata. So I've got some sunbury yellow and a calabaza orange. Let's just see if it does anything. If I can get it open. Barb says it's 41. That's like a heat wave for her. So this isn't photo paper, but it's, you know, it's glossy. Glossy. In that movie, You've Got Mail, George, who works in the bookstore, says something about buying a candle. It smells mossy. Which I know there's something quite wrong with me. All right, let's just do those two colors. Oops, sorry, excuse me. I should have went in with my other hand. All right, now I'm going to grab some. Oh, I should have gotten a taller pipette. I'm going to grab some just straight up alcohol. See if it does anything. Is Jasper leaving as well? All right, Jasper, have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. So it's moving a little bit. It's not as cool as what, you know, you get on. But it might be an idea to do something like that with this type of paper. Because I'm thinking if you use like, you know, like your ink pad or your oxides, you know, that would just wipe right back off, would it not? Where once this dries, it'll be permanent, won't it? I mean, that's going to take a while to dry. I dumped a lot on there. So, you know what? I'm going to sit that on my keyboard. You know, it's not leaking through. It's doubled, so don't worry. I'm not going to ruin my keyboard with that. But the heat from the keyboard will maybe help that dry a little quicker. All right, so here's some of the goodies. Look at this cool Reader's Digest cover. Yeah, that's what I think, yeah. So that's another cover. 1957. That thrills me. Thrills me. Here's another one. I think I might have had the other half. Isn't that pretty? I'm really not a blue person. Look. It's just Beauty, just beautiful to me. Beautiful. Oh yeah, beautiful. All right, so I like this one mostly because this is one of the books I got when I went, and yeah, my keyboard gives off heat. Well, it's a laptop, so it's not really a keyboard. I shouldn't say keyboard. It's my laptop. Sorry, Barbara. I sit corrected. Wah, wah, wah. All right, I like this because of the shape. So this one, oh, I got it right here. 10 3/8 by 6 7/8. And then I had this really cool paper pack that had canvas in it. Yeah, laptop, not a keyboard. Whoops. You're welcome, Barbara. Look at this fabric. Micro brew. You got a barrel, you got a spout, you got some bubbly. Haven't done anything with it. But I think it might make a cool journal. So it looks like I've got it somewhat sorted out. This is another book I like. See, this isn't supposed to be in here. I've been looking all over for this. The Man Who Planted Trees. And it's got several drawings in it that are like that, you know, like pen and ink. Beautiful. I've used those in journals. All right, so this goes in the let's get crack-a-lackin' pile, Lori. Crack-a-lackin' pile. I should have had hubby get me a book. I mean, a box. All right, this is okay, Aunt Beck. You do as well. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. All right, so this is some pieces of wallpaper that I thought might work with these pages. And this was an Asian book. It's got some really cute, I mean, how cute is she? Look at her little face. Look at her little face. And there again, these are the, not a high gloss, but not really a semi-gloss either. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And I know I have some of the, what's it, Chabella? That has the Asian type paper. That's so pretty. I have some of that. Where? Don't ask me. Don't ask me. No idea. But I'll find it. Okay, so clearly this stuff got pushed in here. Here's some of it. Here's some of it, girls. Don't you just love paper? Look. Oh, I was wrong. Stamperia. 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 You know what I'm thinking. Barbara, keep me on the straight and narrow. Stamperia. Gorgeous paper. So that can be incorporated to make pockets, tuck spots, cards, and then these are some of my painty papers that I guess I'm thinking they'll work. So What's this now? This is about my fourth or fifth crack-a-lackin'. I guess I could have put them right back in the box that they were in. Hello. My sisters are dinging my phone. They never seem to remember. Oh, Mamma Mia. Thank you, Barbara. Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia. Ooh, Murray's busy fussy cutting. Fussy cutting. I bought a fussy cutting tool. Haven't used it yet. Don't know if it'll work. It's probably a bad idea. Oh, here's another nice Tanya Tucker. Another nice Linda Jo James. That'll make it nice. Look, I got over anxious. I got a big slit mark. But you can cover that up. Barbara did some frustrating cussy cutting yesterday. All right, let's see. I've left myself a note. Stitch and make large pocket. Alrighty. And some more. I think this is Stamperia lavender. Lovely. Hi, Jacqueline. Nice to see you. All right, so I've got some more pages. I don't have these. All right, let's see what we have here. What did I do there? Huh. That's a digital I bought. I don't remember. Okay, so clearly I've got signatures. And this is too big. So what was I going to do there? So let's put some of this together while we're here. Oh. Does anyone know where Safia hid her Neo 2s? Now that's one thing I always know where they are because I don't move them. I also don't use them much because they're not where I can see them. I have mine in a clear box. Like, you know, those little plastic boxes that you can keep photos in, you know, like your black and whites or whatever. So, do you remember what they were in, Safia? That might help. Do you remember, like, were they in a box? Were they in the original box? Did you put them in a can? Let's brainstorm. Let's help her brainstorm. Okay, so let's put this. Oh, look at this gal. Isn't she a cutie pie? Peony. Here's the poem. I don't know if I can read. I can't read that with. She put them in a big old biscuit tin along with her woodies. Really hard to hide because it's a good size. You know what? Sometimes things hide in plain sight. That's what I find. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I know they're in here. I need some help. And I'm looking and looking. And before you know it, it's like right under my nose. Sad to say, but that's how I am. All right, let's see what this says, Peony. Lear, I priest, Prithee, daughter, do not make me mad. I will not trouble thee, my child. Farewell. We'll no more meet, no more see one another, but yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter, or rather a disease that's in my flesh, which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boil. Ooh. a plague sore or embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. But I'll not chide thee, let shame come when it will, I do not call it. I do not bid the thunder-bearer shoot, nor tell tales of thee to high-judging Jove. Mend when thou canst, be better at thy leisure. King Lear, William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616. Mischievous nymphs were said to hide in the petals of the peony, thus causing this magnificent flower to be giving the meaning of shame or bashfulness in the language of flowers. But it has not always been so scorned. In its native China, where it had been grown since the 8th century, the red peony was considered the king of the flowers, and its rich dark color and bulbous shape became symbolic of abundance. It was named after Paeon, Paeon, a physician to the gods, who obtained the plant on Mount Olympus from the mother of Apollo. Once planted, the peony likes to be left alone and punishes those who try to move it by not flowering again for several years. Once established, however, it produces splendid blooms each year for decades. Barbara says, when my bone folder kept going missing, I threatened it and would attach it to one of those paddles that they have in the restroom key. No art supplies have gone missing since that threat. She found them. She had tidied it and put it in a new spot. See, that tidying up will get you every time. I'm glad your frustration is over. All right, so I've got quite a few pages in here. Of course, see, I should do the back sides of some of these. I might pull, well, it is purple. I need something for my center. I don't know that I want two of these. Whoops, I hit the camera. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this can go this way, that way. Someone give me a color. I'm going to say green. Unless you want someone in chat. Oh, that might have been better the other way. Well, that can, I think for now I'm going to take those big papers out. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's usually right about what I have. That's kind of a boring. Let's do it this way. I like to have the center of my signature. If I have any paper that has a nice full complete picture or image, I like to have that in my center. And that's kind of boring. And here's another little flower child. This one's the iris. Let's see what this one says. Maybe it's not as gloomy as the other. Barbara says blue dilly dilly. All right, she's going with green. She'll try to work. She's going to try to work the blue dilly dilly in. All right, Iris. Thou art the Iris, fair among the fairest, who, armed with goldenrod and winged with the celestial azure, bearest the message of some god. Thou art the Muse, who far from crowded cities hauntest the sylvan streams, playing on pipes of reed the artless ditties that come to us as dreams. O flower de luce, bloom on, and let the river linger to kiss thy feet. O flower of song, bloom on, and make forever the world more fair and sweet. And that is Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. 1807 to 1882. The iris was the messenger of the ancient Greek gods, and she appeared to the mortals on earth in the form of a rainbow. Hmm. The glorious are the glorious are was said to be the flight of Iris swinging a message across the sky. She was as fleet of foot as the bloom of the flower is short, and there are as many different shades of the iris as there are colors of the rainbow. The iris had many admirers, including the kings of France, who used it as their royal emblem and called it fleur de lis. Shakespeare often referred to the flower in his plays by the Anglisti Anglist Anglist Anglicist name Flower de Luce. And then over here we've got the Lilies of the Valley. I thought there was a cool book that I had with all the different oh look, I stitched on that one. Well done, Laura. All right. Got lots of purple in this one. Sophia said, for those who might follow me on Instagram, I'm opening the giant tub of Titan Buff. Gail says she has a few irises that come up year after year on the west side of her house. I don't think we have any irises. I think I got a lot. I think I got a lot of pages in this here section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I tend to be anal about counting pages. I'm just saying. It's just who I am. 5, 6. 7. What did I think I had 9 on the first one, did I not? Let's put the stitched one here. That's 8. So I need one more. 9. I'll count these literally another 100 times. It gets too hot where you are, Kath, to have irises. Those they're tubes. They're tubular, right? They're bulbs. Kathy Arbor would know. And so they keep coming up unless you got any squirrels that have been chomping on them. I guess they mostly chomp on tulips. In our other house, my husband had planted tulips all along the front. So in the spring, they would, look so pretty. Hey, hi, Ange. She just popped in to say hello. She's cleaning the house today. She can't stay. That Ange. Tubers. Okay. Ange is on the move and in the groove. So he put the tulips in, and we were so looking forward to them coming up in the spring. And then he noticed a lot of, squirrels out in the front bed. We didn't know what they were doing. And then he went out to weed, and those little monkeys had taken and dug and got those bulbs out. I guess they took them home and made a stew or something. I don't know. Yeah, I guess they do rearrange. So I guess you're supposed to put like a little cage or something over top of them when you plant them in. Oh my, yeah, we could be bothered doing that, Jazz. I mean, any, I don't know. Needless to say, we had no tulips. Tiptoe through the tulips with me. See, now this is when you buy Stamperia paper, if I am not, I think I'm correct in this, you only get about maybe 10 sheets or so, but they do a nice job with, giving you stuff you can use on the front and back sides of their covers. So see, this will make good tags, or little pockets or something like that. All right, so I've got this. I don't want that to be the front because I've got that in that section. So let's have a go. Some of these are probably going to be trimmed. This is Heavy Lavender, a heavy purple book, which I am not opposed to. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at this wild thing. 5. This might get switched out. 6. I love those strips. Look at this lovely. Ooh. 7. That's a little rough on the edge. Lori's going to have to sand. Going to have to sand me that one. What else did I have in some of these? That's 6. Boy, I really, oh, this is what I have set aside in here for the different, making cards and stuff. I got a whole stack of stuff here, so let's do this. That's 7. What else have I got here? Let's put in an envelope. I always count that as a page. 8. I think I need something, maybe a different shape or something a little. Maybe we can find an Audubon something or other. Maybe this is kind of on the plain side. Oh, these are the words. They're the word part of the pages of the book. Look at this, what I pulled out. The purple grackle. Huh? Bingo. Bingo dingo. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I got 10. You know what? I'm going to take this. Take that out. And I'm going to put this in my center. So now I've got 3 signatures started. Excellent. And then I'm going to take all these other little bits that go with the coloring of this journal. And I'm going to put those in that little, and then this one I can stitch together. Now this was, this had some cool pages in it, all different, like mixed strengths and stuff, and the pages are real glossy and luscious, but it's a nice size, right? Of course, I'll cover this and, do something probably. I don't know. Purple. All right. Sophia says, posted a pic on my stories, Lori, as proof of the opening and use thereof. Dear me, it's going to last me years. Let's see. Let's see what Tubbabub she's got here. Oh, let's see here. Holy moly. There it is. The ginormous tub. Dur, 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 dur. Lifetime supply. Can't beat that. Love me a lifetime supply, right? I think on Instagram, Gail. Perhaps on Instagram, Sophia? Yeah. Okay. All right. So this goes in the, that goes in the kick-crack-a-lack in the more pile. There's a couple of books. One of them is that cover I showed you, The Man Who Planted a Tree, for me. There's a couple of books that I just can't get enough of them. So of course, for me, it's also Edith Holden. I just love the way the pages look. But these pages are cool too. This lady, Catherine Hamilton. I have a couple of hers, I think. England is a Garden. Hey, Dell, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. And these pages are just delicious. Sorry. Parish Church, Stony Middleton. Hedge bindweed. Now, of course, I've pulled these all apart. I just love them. Look, there's a sketch of like an English tutor. Azalea said to derive from a Saxon phrasing meaning ford of the golden flowers. So I need to start incorporating these into some of my journals. Now, of course, in hindsight, this is bigger than what I would normally use in a journal. But see, these are nice, and they're matte finish. They're beautiful. See, I could fold them, right? I could cut them. See, I struggle with I can take the book apart, and I don't struggle there. But I do struggle like with the Edith Holden books or like see pages like these to cut them. But see, what a gorgeous tag. See, wouldn't that make a gorgeous tag in that purple book? Yeah. I'm going to answer myself and say yes. So I'm going to flip that in that purple themed journal. Oh, girls, I got dust flying all around me here. All right, so that's a great find. And this is my wallpaper bits. Oops. And here we go. I think this is another Catherine Hamilton. This one is the Garden, Fiji, the Garden Isles. I think this is a different finish. Oh, look. Huh? Big Mama's here? Big Mama. Hi, Sandy. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, this one's upside down. These are gorgeous. So I like her books, and the other books I like The Man Who Planted the Tree. I like these. You have a lot of these. Yeah. See, Kathy, you probably use them for reference too, right? For paintings and stuff. Beautiful books. Beautiful books. The other books I like are called, oh man, what are they called? I got to show you one. If I can get over without stumbling. My room was so clean because we just cleaned the carpet, but now I'm trying to find refined homes for things. Let's see if I can find one real quick. I do have my books fairly organized. It's just a matter of finding where I have them buried. One moment, please. I think I have one under here. They're little books. And I'm going to make a journal with some of these pages. These are so cute. And I love these drawings. Laura Stoddart. And the names are all kind of the same. She's got a list of some of her others. For the longest time, I couldn't remember what they were called. And then I found the cover. Because sometimes I incorporate the cover in a journal, especially like my fairy ones. And so I bought several copies now. Now, I think the first one that I owned, it was more of a matte finish. These are a little... Joni says, you guys make me think about books in a totally different way. I love that. Cool. So this one is called The Sweet Life, and I can't remember what the other ones are called, but they're all kind of like The Sweet This, The Sweet That. Reflections. This one's Reflections on Home and Garden. What do you say? She's got part 1, 2, and 3. The house, the garden, beyond the garden wall. How simple, but how delicious, huh? This here, she's got a little, I guess, poem. Robert Louis Stevenson. Go, little book, and wish to all flowers in the garden, meet in the hall. A bin of wine, a spice of wit, a house with lawns enclosing it, a living river by the door, a nightingale in the sycamore. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's not your taste, but... And the little people, can you see the little people? They're like a step up from a stick person. Look at him. Let me see if I can get... Huh? And a row of chairs. I mean, come on. Look, like a shower curtain. Or, oh, I guess that's just a regular curtain. And then she's got poems that go. This one's anonymous. He may live without books. What is knowledge but grieving? He may live without hope. What is hope but deceiving? He may live without love. What is passion but pining? But where is the man that can live without dining? Oh no, that's Edward Robert Bulwer. I thought that was together. This is the anonymous one. If the soup had been as warm as the wine, and the wine as old as the fish, and the fish as young as the maid, and the maid as willing as the hostess, it would have been a very good meal. Look, and she's got this guy sitting down here. And then this gal. See? It's like glorified stick people, right? I love this. Louisa May Alcott, 1832 to 1888. Housekeeping ain't no joke. So she's got quite a few of these. Look, but just a bunch of tools, garden gear. So I don't have any of these pulled apart. but they're all stitched, so they would make fabulous signatures, right? That's the other thing. If you're new to this, like junk journaling stuff, to find a book that's stitched, you know, is like heaven. Heaven. All right, I knocked my, you may have heard that. I've knocked my bin over. All right, this one I see threads. Oh, I see threads. Did I ever tell you the story about that movie? I See Dead People. What was it called? Haley something was the young star. Bruce. He was in Moonlighting. Bruce Jenner's coming to my head. It's not him. Bruce. He's a big star. I need help. I need help, Gail. I need help, Barbara. Bruce. I can see his face. He's bald now. He's in all the shoot 'em up. Yes, The Sixth Sense. That's it, Sandy. Bruce Willis. Yeah, okay. And the kid saying, I see dead people. I see dead people. My daughter and I were, going to go see the movie. My son had already seen the movie. We're getting ready to leave. He walks in the house. He says, yeah, where do you see? Where do you see? He's dead or whatever. He ruined the whole movie for us in like a nanosecond. Okay. He still hasn't lived that one down. Okay, so it looks like I've saved some interesting bits here. Let's just see. Oh, this is another fabulous book. This is a floral book. It's a great size, but see, this is what Lori does. This is what, yeah, he just, our son, and he knows better now, but what? Bruce Willis? Hey, there's Stephanie G. Bruce Willis can't walk? Oh, the ability to talk. Oh, I hadn't heard that. I wonder if my son knows that. Anyway, my son, had issues growing up, ADD and all that jazz, and he just would blurt stuff out. He wasn't trying to be mean. It was in his head and it just, no filter, just came out. Yeah, I liked him in Moonlighting too, but like, who knew he would be such a hit, right? And be such a star. Anyway, this little floral book, see, before I knew that I was going to fall in love with paper and pages and books, not to read, I didn't keep track of the names of the books I liked. And this is another one. This is some kind of a flora book. It's a great size. The pages and images are really darling. Here's some singles. They can be cards. If I put this in there, let's fold this. This can be a pocket. I'll trim the end off and have that be a pocket. All right, let's see. All right, looks like didn't cut my strings. All right, so I've got this. This was, I think, some kind of a planner page from Goodwill. I went that apart. I stitched along here. Oh, look at that purple page. I might have to steal that. All right, I'm going to thief that one. Put that in the purple book. Don't tell. I'm going to put in my little envelope. I've got pink. I don't know why I would have a paper clip on there already. This, I washi taped these pages together, an old a couple old pages from Anne of Green Gables. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not liking that center. Not liking that center. Let's put another one of these in. That'll be nice. Okay, so let's put that for a signature. Now, see, this is something I wouldn't normally do, but I did it because I'm growing and I'm getting better. I folded a Edith Holding page on its side so it would fit in this book. Now look at that little clever thing I did there. I took the top of one page and stitched it on another page. Who knew I was this clever? Obviously, I'm going with pink. Pink in this one, yeah. Ooh, I gotta trim those. I mean, I do like to let some of the strings longer, but these might be a tad too long. Look at that purple. Oh, this is I know it takes a while, Sandy, but you'll get there. And then all of a sudden it'll look glorious to you and it'll work in a certain project and you'll be off and running. This is a piece of this is Stamperia. I think the spring or spring paper. And this is the you know what it is. I can't think of it. It's not a napkin, but okay, so let's steal something from somewhere else here. Where were those other? Maybe I should put that. So now I just have a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, there's 8 in there. I just need something for the center. See, and this is my own thing. You don't have to do this. Your signatures can have all different number pages in it. This is just me being anal. Hello. Yeah. I don't know why I'm like that, but all right, here's a little garden book I stitched. 3, 4. An old envelope. Nice. 6, 7, 8. We've got a little bit of a quilting. Do a little bit of jelly printing on there. That's going to be a pocket. Oh yeah, this is a calendar page from a Joanna Basford calendar. Look, I have a little pocket there. Huh. All right, so that's a good signature. That's pretty good. I've got a lot of signatures in this one. We might have to divide and conquer this one. I thought it would be cool to jelly print on some pages from a quilt book. I don't know if that's the best idea I ever had, but there it is. Yeah, here's some more of that. I still haven't thought of that word. There's some Timmy vellum. Look how pretty this is. Stamperia. And that's the, you know what it is. I can't think of it. I thought we had some more of those. I know I pulled that purple one. Here we go. Let's have one of those in the center. That's kind of in your face, a yellow. But there we go. We have purple on the other side. Glassine bag that I put the white stuff. Rice paper. Thank you, Gail. Oh, Gail, I love you so much. Thank you. Now help me with this. Gesso. Woo, got it. So that's going to be a flip out. Flip out. Now, see, in hindsight, see, it's really nice to go back and look at this. See, now, with the look of everything else I have in here, this I think looks too fallish to be in this book. So I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to put this one in. And I'm not too crazy about this sheet either. I have plenty of stuff to work as pages, right? So, okay, Mary, thanks for being here. I appreciate it so much. You have a great day and enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you. Well, to be honest with you, Mary, I probably won't see you tonight because I'll be watching baseball. But you have a great stream. And I might multitask and have you in my ear while I'm watching the game. Because I'm ready for some baseball. Okay, let's see here. Now this signature here looks a little boring. I don't know why I have, it's a garden book, and here I have like a stitch, I have a sewing page. That's just crazy. That's crazy to me. Crazy to me. Let's steal a page from this book. That kind of looks fallish on that side. See, now once I have these all set up, and now I've gone through them I've already obviously been through them and put pages together. But now that I'm going through a second time, I will, woo, there goes my yo-yos, my little container of yo-yos, my Angie yo-yos, my little minis. Now that I've gone through a second time, see, now I can come through and just stitch them together and make my blocks, my signature, block it, and then get them glued into my covers. And then I can just start decorating and creating pockets and all that jazz. So Lori doesn't like to measure. I know, Angie makes little teeny tiny. They're so adorbs. Here, let me show you. All right, let me get this scored here. I gotta watch my time because Lena's coming on around 12. All right. And I'll rearrange these, I think. Methinks I shall rearrange. But that'll work. There's my little yo-yos. I don't know how Angie can make these so little. Look how adorable. And she sells at the virtual Craft Vendors Market on Keisha's Creations. And she has these, quite a lot. See, that's a big one. Not really. He's small too. These are super mini. But these are so perfect for clusters on journal pages. Really, on cards, really anything. You're going to make a cluster. They're fabulous to have in your stash. Okay, so this looks kind of boring too. I've got a doily in there. And I think I'm going to steal another page from here. Yeah, well, I don't make them because they drive me crazy. But if you can make them and you're willing, I can't even imagine making them that little. Just wanted to give our dear Angie a little shout out there. All right. And I could really just fold this one a little different. You love to stitch? I don't, I think I like to stitch, but that little tiny circle, no thank you. For me, different strokes, right? Different strokes for different folks. Okay, so that I folded just a little bit to the left of that building. And I think that will work nicely. That does have a little purple on it, but I kind of like that. See, now this I'm going to steal from my other book because there were some pages in in the purple themed book that I think I want to switch out. So I'm stealing that. And let's see what else we got going on in here. So this looks like, now I got to cook. Okay, sometimes my journals are eclectic and there's a lot of mixed pages, but to me, this now, looking at this, it's clearly like a garden type of page. So I took out the sewing one, and now this is a really cool page, but it's a recipe page. I mean, come on, Laura. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of it. Struggle, struggle, struggle. All right. I kind of was going pink there. We're not. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Oh Lord, that's so pretty. Love it. Okay. So I'm going to fold this again. I'm going to score. There's Jilly. Jilly, how's that grandbaby? How you doing, Jilly? Nice to see you. All right. So let's pop this one in. And I think that'll be good. Now let's see what else we have here. So this is definitely going to make 2 journals. Let's see, I got one of those sweet little pages in there. See, now the other thing I can do is I have a tub that has just all like pages. And I think I have another, crate that has started pages and started journals. Oh, I'll bet. My grands are coming over tomorrow to celebrate my husband's birthday, so I'm anxious to see them. Haven't seen them for a little bit. That's so wonderful. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 signatures. This would make a huge, huge journal. Of course, I've got a lot of room in here, but by the time I stuff some of these, so I'm just going to take 4. I'm going to take 4. Let's do 5. I think 5 will be good. And then I have, that works out perfect. Then I've got 3 left for another journal. This is going to be a huge journal. All right. And then I've got extra bits here. I'm going to clip these together. My mouse is spazzing out. All right, let's grab a paper clip. Oh, Mary left. Yeah, Mary left a little bit ago. All right, Pam, have a great day, honey. Have a good weekend. Yeah, and it's even better because my husband cooks his own meal. He used to cook. He doesn't mind. I'm such a slug. But I'm a good slug. It works for me. Okay, so a woman named Jackie. All right, so I don't know. I guess I like that cover. These are some more. Now, this is not quite as together in signatures. This looks like an eclectic mix. Now, these pages here, see, they're too small for this one. All right, let's see what else I have here. Because we did have some covers. I think that might look, I don't know. Oh, my husband, yeah, I cook on a very rare occasion. My husband doesn't mind. He really kind of enjoys it. I have back issues, I mean, and you know what? It's just not that big of a deal to me. I could care. I could eat cereal. You know what? I could eat a sandwich probably every meal. I love sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't mind. He lived by himself for a while, so he had to cook because mom and dad were in Florida, and that's the way it was. So, woo, works for me. All right, I think this may look a little lost in here. Now, more stuff will get in here and it'll get chubbier, but I'm just thinking it might be a little, well, maybe not. A Reader's Digest might be a better fit. Let's see. Well, I'm just trying page-wise. Yours doesn't even know. Not even when he's hungry, he doesn't. Yeah, see, this is a better size. I don't want this cover because this is more pink. I think I have a cover that will work better, but I'll save these pages for a Reader's Digest size book. So let's put that aside. And it's so funny now, like when we were raising our children, our budget was a lot different than it is now. And, we were very cost conscious. And our daughter is like that now. It's so funny when she comes to visit. Her and her dad talk about different deals and how much eggs are and what chicken wings used to cost and what they cost now. It's just an absolute stitch, okay? It's so funny. And one time she had called me. She was in the car. Kids were in the back, of course, in their seats. And we're going to a family function, and her and I were in charge of fixing a dessert. So we were doing a trifle. So I had the busted up cake, and I had the pudding, and I wanted her to stop and get Oh, she had strawberries on her list, but I decided I wanted to add whipped cream to it. So we're going over the list, and she was stopping to get fresh strawberries. And I said to her, "Well, would you pick up some whipped cream?" And from the back seat, my granddaughter, I think at the time was maybe age 5, says, "It's not on the list." I mean, that was so funny to me. That was just hysterical to me. Gail says, "My 90-year-old father has never been able to accept that I don't cook for my husband anymore. Yeah, I cooked when my son was at home, but couldn't get the hubby to sit down and eat with us." Yeah, that would be aggravating. It was really cute when my mom started declining that my dad started learning how to cook for himself. Aw, got lots of questions. He does very well. That's good. Yeah, it's sometimes, and I think it's just some of it is like with older folks, um, their expectations. Like we just lost Ron's aunt, and what was she? 99. She was trying to get to her 100th, but didn't make it. And I've been with my husband, what, 38 years. And for 38 years, this woman has busted on her daughter-in-law because she couldn't cook. And she's done better over the years, but when they were first married, she couldn't cook. But they work it out, you know. It's for her and her husband to work. I mean, they're not starved. These people didn't starve, you know, whatever. And her one daughter used to say, "My mother can make chicken 101 different ways." Oh my gosh. They're all fine. Everybody's fine. Just some households are set up different than others. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so here are a couple of sheets that are like that. There's another one. Got a lot of bird and nature themes going here, guys. Okay, so this is a piece of, look at this piece of goodie. I wonder what I'll use this. This is falling apart. Look at the writing. 1872. Can you see that? 1872. Look, it's falling apart. Maybe I'll put this on a tag or just leave as is. Yeah, this is all coming apart. I love the old handwriting. Joni says, "I loved reading the Reader's Digest as a child so much so that I used to daydream about having my things published in it." Haha. I did end up as a contributing editor for a couple of, really? That's cool, Joni. I remember dreaming about sending in one particular story, my sister and my mom. You know how they used to have the little jokes and little funny things in the Reader's Digest? Yeah, maybe, Gail, the types of pens. But see, even like so that's, to me, that's like glorified calligraphy, right? I mean, I don't know, is it clearing up? Uh, Not so much. But you can see there you got fixed stroke and the lights are, and I'm sure they weren't thinking that. That's just how they wrote, but really cool. Really cool. Gosh, my room is really cold. My tootsies off like icicles. Oh, here's some pages from that Manor book that I had the cover to earlier. Get your laptop off your lap. Your mother remembers a day when cigarettes were sold as throat therapy, so forgive her if she's a bit nervous about product safety claims. When you hold your computer on your lap and your phone to your ear too long, you may be getting unhealthy doses of electromagnetic radiation. Why take a chance? If for only your mom, put a safe distance or a headset between your Wi-Fi devices and your most precious body parts, your brains and your ovaries, for starters. These are all different tips. Number 212, get your feet off the furniture. How many times have I heard that? Turn off the lights when you leave the room. Why is this so difficult? This was a cool book. Keep tabs on your favorite things. You're never too old for crayons. Number 216. You won't know until you've asked. If you're flirting with everyone, you're flirting with no one. And you're probably embarrassing yourself. Facebook is not friendship. It's a great way to stay in touch, but if you spend more time online than face to face, you'll miss out on a lot. Hugs, for instance. So these are cool pages to put in. You can tell a lot about a man by the way he treats his mother, his pet, the server at Applebee's. How true. Anyway, these are nice little square pages. They might fit in that other book. Let's see what else we got here. There's the size. I'm trying to collect these bits. Where am I on time? Okay, I still got a little bit of time. Invoice. I was lazy on this one. Okay, now I'm not even touching my mouse, and it's changing my screen where I can't see chat. Okay, that's a little, yeah, definitely written before COVID. Definitely. All right, so that's, all right. Look at all these good little bits here that I have put aside to include. That can be a page. I need like a little. Let's take one of these. I'll use it for like a little folder. Okay. Gosh, I'm creating quite a mess here, are I not? Here's another. See, this is, I took some 4x6s and then coffee stained them. You probably can't see that. And then put some stencils in between. I love doing all that jazz. Here's another. Okay, Joni's on the hunt for a bug. She's getting a bug. All right, that can be a page. This is my Digi. I will trim that out and take off that white edge. I should probably do the decal thing. Kathy Berg enabled me to buy this ruler. Let's see. Let's just do it. I should probably pull the big edge. I'm easily enabled. But look how nice that is. She knows the guy. She on she found on Etsy. I think I got it off of Etsy. See, I can't press down enough. Let's do it the other way I was doing it. All right. So I got to figure out what I'm going to have for lunch. And then I've got to clean up my avalanche that happened this morning right before I was ready to stream. I think everything else is pretty much in order. Because I had my room looking pretty good. Because my granddaughter, she's pretty funny. Her room's always a mess, but she's a little critical of my space. But, you know, she hears that from mom and dad. So I like to try to keep it neat to be a good, you know, influence. So my avalanche, I had, I think it was a Goodwill. It's one of those racks that you can put in a kid can put in a locker, you know, to make a shelf. So I can store stuff underneath of it on my table, and then of course on top of it. Well, I touched it and it tipped and everything came tumbling down. So now it's all over the floor. It happened right as my little countdown for the stream was counting down, and it said, "You're live." And the stuff had just hit the floor. Always the way. Now this is a page from a treasury book, Saturday Night Evening Post treasury book, I think. Had all these cool pages and images in it. Artificial marble novelties. Let's fold this baby. I think it's just a single. It's hard to tell. I think that's just a single. No, yes, exactly. Although my granddaughter wants to be a ballerina or an artist. So I ordered something. It's supposed to come today. I thought it would be fun to do with the kids. I generally put a little like Halloween bag together for them, and I didn't do that this time. Oh look, I have all kinds of tea dust on this one. That's a little yucky. Let me see. Let me get a brush. And every time they come, they want to do, can we do some crafts? So, of course, I wasn't thinking ahead. I've lost track of the calendar, totally. I never know what day it is. I'm in my own little world. I don't have a calendar out here. I don't really need to know what day it is most times. All right, this one I'm going to cut here. And I can fold that to make a page. That'll be good. Anyway, last minute Louie. I ordered off of Amazon. It's supposed to be here today. We'll see. Little cutouts, little black cutouts of, say, like a witch's hat and pumpkins, owls. I forget all the shapes. And they have a hole punched in the top. It comes with like little shoelaces. And it's meant, do you remember like Indian ink when we were kids? And your art teacher would have you scribble on this paper, and then we'd paint Indian ink on it, and then we'd scratch off in the colors. So it's kind of like that. So we can scratch and make drawings on these little, and then they can take them, they could give them as cards, or they could you know, decorate their room or whatever. I thought it'd be a fun, non-messy craft. So We'll see, because they're always wanting to get out paint. We're not going to get out paint tomorrow, that's for sure. But she got them. A big, huge beetle in the wee one's room. Ooh, yeah, you got to get that. Thing was a beast. One of our ducks sure did enjoy him. Annette. You have a duck named Annette. How cute. Annette says, thank you, Mama. All right. So, okay. So, all right. So these are all folded. I am making a lot of progress here today. That's a little bigger. Let's get all these kinds of pages together. See, if I cut this down to fit in, I think I'm gonna lose more than I'm gonna gain. So I'm gonna just do it this way. Jody Smackdown. Yeah. And this can be, this is 1952 and 1953. Let's do that. I don't know, that's a little funky. This has to be treated somehow. I do have coffee sludge in the fridge. This is going to be more of an eclectic kind of, but this is too square. So we're going to put that aside. That can be a fill-in. And these are all little, what did I do with I have a little kind of folder thing here. This is going to be, yes, Jilly. Don't forget it. He needs it. Hey, Mikey. All right. So let's fold these this way as well. And then we'll see what we've got. I don't think this is going to have a lot of interest. But see, once I go through my other bin, now that I've got this stage, I can fill in. So most of these are going to just fit. All right, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22. All right. So I usually like to do 3. Keeping the oddball stuff out. I don't have 3. Of course, I can get another one. 2. I only have one of this, so let's do, that'll be 3. And then they each can have one of these. See, I just like to divvy. Oh, that's my granddaughter's age 7. I just love her. She's wonderful. She's so smart. And of course, you know, she thinks she knows everything. She knows more than her mother. She knows more than her father. She definitely knows more than her grandmother. Okay. So I think I need a page there. And I think I'm going to hold those aside. Okay, so let's see what we got. Dell's out of here. Thanks, Dell, for being here. Have a great weekend. Okay, 11:30. I'm just going to just plop these together, and then I'm off to get some lunch. Ooh, what is that thing? Here you go. Here's a bug. If you find a curled up caterpillar around your yard in winter, don't disturb it. It's not dead. It's hibernating. Ooh. And then once I get these together, I want to show you a book I came across when I was digging through boxes and getting my stash a little organized. Oh, is that a hummer? Yeah, hummingbird. Oh, how pretty. Oh, I don't want that for the center. Let's have this for the center. All right. And we've got this, and this, and this. Well, that's kind of boring. All right, let's switch that out for, I have extra over here of the birds. Of the birds. Yeah, my granddaughter's very opinionated. She can't sit still. She's constant motion. It drives her father crazy. She can't help it though, really. I raised a kid like that. She really can't help it. She's not doing it to be ornery. She just can't sit still. All right, this is my extra bits for this, and here's some other stuff. So that looks a lot better. So that's a start of another journal. Man, I got a good start on what, maybe 5 or 6. Let's see. I've always oh, I missed Safia. She just went. I missed what Safia said. Hold on, I gotta scroll back. I didn't want to miss. Safia says, I have always 7 is the word. I've always said 7's the worst sage chili, just because it ain't cute anymore. She's got these big chunky teeth, that are coming in. Of course, they're coming in practically sideways. I'm speaking from a teacher's perspective. 7 is way more fun than 13. Ugh, yeah, I think I'm in agreement there. Aw, you got your grands there? Cool. All right, Gail, I'm going to be leaving in a little bit myself. Have a great rest of the day yourself, my dear, and have a wonderful weekend. All right, so let's put that on the stack. And let me just show you this little book real quick. I don't know if I purchased this or if somebody gave it to me. I have a feeling somebody gave it to me or they included it in an order. Pierce's Memorandum Account Book, designed for farmers, mechanics, and all people. Putting on my readers who for all people who appreciate the value of keeping a memorandum of business transactions, daily events, and items of interest or importance for future reference. So there's a note in here. Now there's a separate page in here, but I don't see a date on this. So I don't know if this is a remake or if this is, old. I have no idea. No idea. It looks like it's probably in too good a shape to be, really old. But the little There's a couple pages written on. I didn't see that. I don't know if I can make out what the notes say. This is dated July 1901. And what's the other one dated? I know it's 1901, but also July 1901. For coughs and colds, 2 tablespoonfuls of flaxseed, 1 tablespoonful of dry wow. It looks like it says horehound. And a quart of water. When this has boiled a half hour, strain, add to the liquid of 1 diced lemon, 1 stick of black licorice, and 1 ounce of gum arabic. Boil 20 minutes and strain, but dose 1 teaspoon for children, tablespoon for adult. If lemon cannot be had, a tablespoon of vinegar. So there you have that. Am I streaming Sunday or do you have an art class? I am streaming Sunday. As far as I know, I don't have an art class. Ah. Yeah, no, I'm trying to make out the handwriting. So then there's other little, yeah, my class was 6 hours. You want to see what I did? 6-hour class, color pencil to do a human eye. I showed it to my mother, and my mother said, okay, my mother's 91, and she didn't have her glasses on. But when I showed it to my mother, she asked me, what is it? Okay. So take it with a grain of salt. That's what I did Sunday. 6 hours and then some. I had to come back and I didn't get all the black done. It took a lot to fill in that black. So that was I thought it was the 22nd, but it was the 23rd. So I only had the one workshop. So the other stuff I can go in and do the tutorials, or my classes are on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, all right, I was going to look at something else in this little book here, just one little thing. Let's see. There's testimonials in here. Okay, you ready for this? Let's see. I can't see the screen. Thank you, Kathy. I'm enjoying it. Julie, I have the gift I think I have is the desire to learn to do it. And I just have become more of a believer in that if you have the desire and you want to learn to do it, you can do it. I'll just say that. Okay, but thank you. I do appreciate the encouragement. All right, this is Giving Up All Hope. The night my house and contents burned several years ago, I was taken with a shortness of breath and palpitations of the heart, writes Mrs. Susan C. Tolloy. Oh my gosh, 2 potential spams. And she is from Sulphur Mines, Louisa County, Virginia. These grew worse all the time until a few months ago when I commenced the use of Dr. Pierce's medicines. Before that, I could scarcely eat anything, and if I did, I could not rest at all. I could not sleep at night. I had to sit up some nights nearly all night, was not able to do any work, and could scarcely get around even in the house. I had given up all hope of ever being well again, but was advised by several who had used your medicines to try them. I did so, and now, as far as my disease is concerned, I am as well as I ever was. I give Dr. Pierce's medicines all the credit, all the praise for the benefit of my health, and many thanks for trouble and advice. I have taken about 24 bottles of your favorite prescription and Golden Medical Discovery and several bottles of the pellets. The medicines seemed to make me better all the time I was using them. I have no consummate terms by which I can speak the praise due Dr. Pierce's remedies. I hope this may induce others who may be suffering as I was to give your medicines a trial. Isn't that a hoot? Dr. Pierce's medicines. Color pencil, Sophia. Most now that particular piece was done on what they call pastel mat, which was new to me. It's got a real rough surface, but I will say I am loving it. I am loving it. Um, I'm getting used. I'm getting used to it. This is now this I just tried on my own. This is my dog Lucy that passed last September, and I don't know how to do white fur, so I've held off on trying to finish her face. But it does look like her. I think I got her nose pretty good. But this is mostly, yes, it has a lot of tooth. And apparently, if you buy it in a tablet, and I ordered more, so I haven't gotten that yet. This doesn't feel like it's got a lot of tooth, but it really does once you start putting pencil on it. And of course, the woman that I'm studying with, her name is Bonnie Snowden, and she uses mostly polychromos, and she uses luminance, Pablos. She doesn't use, of course, the Prisma, and of course, that's what I had the most of. So some of my struggle is not having all the colors in her tutorials and trying to find, because the pencils are different. The ones that are softer and they go down in this little grid. Now this is a picture. This was my reference for this one was my great nephew when he was first born. So that's Griffin, and it's pretty close. It's pretty close to the picture. And then of course getting to know the different colors. And this is my grandson's eye. He was goofing and came in towards the camera, and his eyes are just so green. So I just wanted to practice an eyeball. And then I'm working on that little dog. And then this is the other tutorial. But see, I can take them anytime. It's not like not a workshop. Is this dog? So he's not finished. I have to do the bottom part of him yet. But see, the problem with this is hot press paper. And I didn't have all the colors she had, and now I didn't mark down what I was using. And now to go back, I don't remember what I was using. So I might not ever finish that because I don't know. And then she uses stuff called drafting film, which that's what this is. And I just did this tutorial the other day. So I asked Kathy Arbor about it, and she said drafting film is like vellum. So I went to the art shop and got a piece, and hubby cut it down for me. And so this is the leopard eye tutorial. And of course, Eager Beaver, I went ahead and did something she decided not to do. And you color on the back too. So she had this color on the back to make that really dark. But because of that, she uses this erasing and scratch technique. I went to scratch that hair in and it didn't show up because the back is black. Anywho, this was amazing to do this and try to, get that fur look. And the tutorials are nice because you can do it at your own pace. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm enjoying it and certainly learning tons. So that's can't really say downtime because I have to pay attention. And Kathy Arbor, I'm sure will attest to this. Like when I first listened to Bonnie in one of her tutorials, and she said, you see, she was looking at a reference picture and she might say something like, there's some blue in there and there's some purple, or Dee Dee says it too. Kathy, you'll say it. And, for those of us who don't do that, you're thinking to yourself, yeah, okay. But I'm starting to see those colors. The more I look at the reference photos, I'm starting to pick up on stuff like that, where I'm starting to see more color than I used to see. So that's exciting for me because I really feel like I'm learning and I'm starting to get better. So, it's fun. It's fun. I've always wanted to do it. And now I'm, when I look at Dee Dee Willingham's color pencil pieces, they're just mind-blowing, right? The more you do, the more you'll see. Yes, yeah, I really believe that now, Kathy. I don't know that I always did, but I do believe it now for sure. And so my goal is to be able to do my grandchildren in color pencil. And the other thing is too now, learning a whole new set of color pencils and how they work and how to blend those colors together, to get the shading and stuff that you need to get to do, lifelike stuff. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you, ladies. All right, I'm going to go get some lunch. I expect that Lena will be on shortly. Thanks for joining me. And I got a lot accomplished today. We talked about the penny rugs, and then I did my fall tree. Let's see, that's dry by now, I'm sure. And this was just a simple journal page. It does look a little glowy with that neon stuff in there. Oh, thank you, Barbara. You're a sweetie pie. Thanks to my mods, Barbara and Gail was here, and Carol and Murray. And thank you all for joining me. I appreciate that so very much. Well, have a great weekend. And I'll be enjoying a World Series game. Well, I hope I'll be enjoying a World Series game tonight. Murray will be on later this evening. And I do hope to stream on Sunday. So maybe I'll see some of you then. If not, have a great weekend. Bye, Sandy. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I shall see you all soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.